Alright guys, we've made it to the end of my Alien reviews leading up to Alien Covenant, which I'm very excited about. But let's end this series of Alien reviews with none other than Prometheus. Yay. But before I talk about my opinion on Prometheus, my personal, selfish opinion on this movie, I will say that if you like this movie, that is perfectly fine. If you love this movie, that's cool. Awesome. It's okay to like a movie that not everybody likes, and it's okay to not like a movie that everybody likes. It is okay. It is perfectly fine. But with me personally, I find this movie to be very overrated. I don't like this movie. I think it's one of the most disappointing movies I've ever seen in the 17 years of my life. So, yeah, let's get started with this review. The movie opens up with an obvious 2001 A Space Odyssey copy, and I will admit, the visuals in this movie are stunning. I love the visuals. They're fantastic. They're great. This is actually a good looking movie. But the visuals are fantastic. The opening with the waterfalls and stuff, that was awesome. I loved it. Then we meet the bald albino alien guy. Then the movie just completely turned me off. He drinks his liquid and his body starts to decayed or something. That's so weird. The opening scene is weird. It's very weird. His chromosomes start to fall out. And then we get the title sequence, which is supposed to be homage to the Alien title sequence, where the letter just fades in and just forms the title. Of course, it's Ridley Scott directed this movie, and I will get back to this movie, but this movie had a lot of hype in 2012. People are saying, oh, the prequel to Alien, Ridley Scott's coming back, probably going back to its original roots. We'll have references to the first Alien movie. What does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? The trailer looks phenomenal. The trailer did look great. And this is one of those movies where a trailer is actually better than the entire movie. That's my little spiel on that, but anyway, let's get back to this movie. We then cut to Michael Fassbender's character, David, who is an android. And I will admit, Michael Fassbender does a decent job in this movie. And you know something? The acting isn't really a problem in this movie. It's the story and the script is the problem in this movie. And this movie's existence is actually the problem. This movie doesn't need to be made. We don't need to know all this other previous mythology on the Alien franchise, on Alien. We didn't need to know all this other information. Alien and Aliens were just perfectly fine on its own, especially Alien, because this movie is a direct prequel to Alien. Same thing with Alien Covenant, even though I'm excited for that movie, but this movie, I feel that it's just boring as heck, and I feel that it's very unmemorable, and like I said, it doesn't really need to be made. It really doesn't, and some of the stuff that they added in it isn't really all that interesting. Especially since this is a prequel to Alien, and how that movie was just so slow paced, and the isolation and all the suspense for that movie. I thought that was very great, but this particular movie feels like a completely different movie that's part of not even part of a franchise, but just a standalone movie. And that is why I don't really care about this movie at all, because it feels like a standalone film. I don't really find the character of Elizabeth Shaw all that interesting at all. I don't really like this character. I mean, you're supposed to care about her. She's the main protagonist and all, and just like the movie after Aliens, these characters in Alien 3, Resurrection, and this movie, you don't really give a crap about these characters. You just don't. I personally don't. I don't know about many others. I just don't care about these characters at all. But when they get stranded, I still don't care about these characters, whether they live or die. And when these characters do die, two of them to be exact, and just a stupid way, characters being stupid. And what is it with these last few Alien films where his character just acts stupid and just leads to their deaths. Seriously, Ridley Scott should have watched Alien 3 Resurrection again before making this movie. Should have saw the stupid character that eventually led to their deaths. Like, for example, Alien 3, where the two bald British men were bickering, and then the dog Xenomorph just killed one of them. And then, the dreadlock guy from Alien Resurrection, who was not on the verge of dying, his face was just messed up, but he cut the strap on him to fall into the water. But the Xenomorph was on him, but he just to kick that off. Ridley Scott should have watched those two movies. It probably would have been like, yeah, no stupid death in my movies. So Charlize Theron's character just there to be a Stone Cold B. Idris Elba doesn't do anything. The boyfriend of Elizabeth Shaw just there just to have sex with Elizabeth Shaw in the middle of this movie. Which the sex scene is very pointless, even though they never really showed the whole sex scene. But just very pointless. But it adds on to the plot device of this movie where the boyfriend has Ebola. What? So he found this thing in his eye. Then he started just to look more sickly and just more disgusting looking. That he eventually dies, where Charlize Theron just blows a flamethrower at him, burns him to death. I'm just like, after this movie just completely lost me. This movie eventually became a sci-fi movie. What I mean by sci-fi movie, boom, sci-fi movie. This type of sci-fi movie. The TV network that shows all those low-budget, crappy, terrible-looking CGI movies. This is what I mean by sci-fi movie. It became so freaking silly afterwards. And here is why. So Elizabeth Shaw is pregnant with her boyfriend's baby. 3 months to be exact. And then, I guess 9 months next, because a few seconds later, her stomach is about to bust open with this baby. Then she gets a thing to cut open her stomach. Then it reveals that her baby is this squid, like, alien creature, which I'm just like, what the heck is going on? What in the living heck is going on? Then one of the guys who we thought was dead from the acid that launched to his helmet ends up killing everybody, becomes a monster, and what? This movie became a freaking joke. It literally did. I'm just like, oh my god. To wrap it up very short, David goes to the Delaric, finds the bald, white albino space guy, rips his head off. Elizabeth Shaw escapes. Then Charlize Theron died. Idris Elba died. Then the white albino guy attacks her. Then her squid baby attacks the white albino guy. She makes it out alive. And then I guess the white albino guy and the squid monster alien thing, whatever that was, make love and then give birth to the Xenomorph. Honestly, got nothing. I had nothing else to say about this movie after just watching it. Oh my god. I honestly don't get the love for this movie. If you like the movie, cool. If you love the movie, cool. That's awesome. This movie is just overrated as heck. I just don't... I respect your guys' opinion, but I just find this movie to just be boring as sin. The visuals are great. Michael Fassbender, he's fine. Some of the other things, like I said, the visual, the CGI, that's all that is just awesome. Other than that, this movie was just painfully boring, and I personally have no interest watching again. Is it terrible? I wouldn't go that far. It's just middle of the road, mediocre, and to be honest with you, very forgettable. And I probably have no interest in watching again other than the visuals and Michael Fassbender's performance. And that is why I'm going to give Prometheus a C-. I can see the hate comments right now, and I personally do not care. So anyways, that is my reviews for these Alien movies leading up to Alien Covenant. Hope you guys enjoyed them. If you did it, like I said before, I don't care. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of Prometheus in the comment section down below. Do you love this movie? Do you think it's underrated? Do you think it's overrated? Like how I personally feel about this movie. But anyways, leave me thoughts on this movie in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, if you are new to my channel and you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.